Welcome back. All right, it is time for episode 1. We are finally starting our first character. I get to see some gameplay. We are going to get this sorceress through hell, and this is just mostly going to be the playthrough. I also, I'm still learning my recording stuff, so we have a couple screenshots that should have been recordings. But let me know how the sound is. Let me know how the video is. And in the future, when I do some more playthroughs, I'll actually make more of a guide, like how to get your sorceress through hell. This one, I'm just going to show how I did it and run straight through it. And so let's get cracking. Yeah, first off, just the character creation. We're starting with the sorceress, of course. Gotta get her through the game. Start farming gear from Mephisto and LK. Get the other characters rolling. The name of Missa is from the book Will of the Many. I like some fantasy books. That's a good one. You should check it out. All right, starting off with killing our first super unique corpse fire. And progressing right on. And I didn't get as many gear checks as I would have liked, but here is one near the beginning. It's like the end of Act 1, beginning of Act 2. So we got our leaf staff rolling, shopped it from Akara, bunch of plus mana gear, and then the best stuff I could find. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. I find that mana is the biggest issue early on. And so you can either run like a bunch of gear runes in your gear later or put a bunch of sapphires in for mana. And here is old Andy, man, sorceress through normal. It's great. Static field till almost nothing left. All right, what do we have here? Oh yeah, I cubed it up into 10MF, 10FCR. That's a nice little starter enemy. And I did not get like any videos in Act 2, so we have Beetle Burst for a nice blend, and then Mephisto going down the same way. So we're gonna chunk him down till he barely has anything left. Does he drop us anything good? Ooh. Oh well. And now this nice Blizzard staff, up my damage a little bit on swap for Blizz. Yeah, I quested through. I always like playing a hybrid build. Got a level up Kill Enlister hybrid build when playing through the game, and so I did a classic kind of main Blizzard secondary Fireball. You'll see the entering hell. I usually put like 10 into the synergy, 20 into Fireball, 1 into Fire Mastery, and then put the rest into Blizz damage. There are some disadvantages to that. We'll talk about that, especially Neelathak and Hell. And here we go. I'm new to D2R. Never killed the Cow King on purpose. Felt good. We got a set cap. We're going to get Sanders? Nope. That would have been nice. Now we're making our first insight. Of course, that's why we were in normal cows. I got to find bases that we cube up with the amethysts to get an insight base. I ended up using that normal ethereal one throughout. Forgot to take a screenshot of a screenshot or video making the spirit, so I showed it there a second. Got our lore rolling, and then our nightmare Hellforge. Let's go. Oh yeah, I randomly found a High Lord's Wrath. I identified it from Geats. That's super nice. That'll see some use. Forgot to take my video. Nightmare Bale dropped me Viper Magi. Cannot believe it. Super nice. Here's a gear check right before starting Hell. See, we've got good resists. Cobbled together the gear with the basic rune words. Pretty nice amulet. Ancient's Pledge, of course. Decent boots and gloves. Rest pretty standard. And I don't like to fill my whole inventory up with charms, so I leave a nice 4x4 while questing. Or, in-game running, different story. Merc's still wearing Worm Skull, Dark Glow, Insight. To baby him a little bit, but Sorceress says teleport. That's fine. And yeah, I didn't take many videos through Nightmare. It always kind of goes fast. This is how we deal with the Hellac bosses. Static them down while the Merc is dying, and then kite them back and forth with Blizzard. So yeah, let's see what Andy can do for us. Have you ever seen an Andy drop that bad? Yeah, included this little summoner clip. We have my very first key. Let's go. Grail, same sort of deal. You just got to keep your mana up with mana potions while you kite them around, walk them through the blizzard. I see that I'm running out of resources, so back to town. And now heading back. Finish this. Then, so I'm teleporting through Durance, right? Looking for the waypoint. What the heck? Had to pause to take this in. Well, now I can't reset maps because can't use my respec for normal or nightmare. I'm gonna have to farm a token because I am not losing that meth map. And check this out. Vampire bone gloves. I need that for Tristram. I'm gonna do Ubers with a paladin. Super crappy Hellforge, whatever. Can't complain with that nightmare one. Oh, and I wanted to talk about my Neelithak fight. This is kind of the disadvantage of maining cold and secondary fire, is when you have cold immunes, the fire is just not very powerful and it doesn't provide the chilling or anything. So it can be a bit of a fight. That fight took like 5-10 minutes, died a couple times, resurrected the Merc like 20 times, but we made it. Now we are on Bale. Didn't drop me anything too interesting. Let's watch Tyrael come down. Always cool. I don't know why I didn't ID those for you guys, but we'll just have to imagine. I can tell you there weren't anything good. And Matriarch, one of 50 done for the goals. And there it is, the Sorceresses Through Hell. That's our first Matriarch, the 1 of 50 done. And next target is, of course, Mephisto. We need the basics to start just for in general, but also to start LK. So we'll need Wizard Spike, Shaco, and Arachnid Mesh. And it's time to respec to Pure Blizzard, start moat tricking him, build up our MF as we go, check off some low Grail items. And it's funny, I actually had to farm, I think I mentioned that I had to farm a token to respec because my Mephisto map was so good that I couldn't go back to normal or nightmare and lose the map to use a respec. But that took a little bit of time. Wasn't too bad. Can't wait to show you the Mephisto video. Will I be lucky? Unlucky? How's it going to go? Thanks for sticking it through to the end. Do not forget about our goals for the channel. We are pushing for that $1. We're going to keep grinding until we get there. And right now we are at 0%. But this time I added a buy me a coffee link in the description. If there is some generous rich guy or lady out there who wants to push us to this first milestone, I wanted to let you know it's there. Either way, guys, keep grinding and I'll see you on the next one.